Over the last few years of being on YouTube, guys, I know that I probably made a plethora of videos about all the reasons why you should date a Filipina and all the reasons or things that turn me on about Filipinas, but I kind of feel like I am obligated to at least share in a few things that absolutely turn me off about Filipinas. So without further ado, not gonna waste your time, let's go ahead and get into it. Numero isa, number one, I do not like aggressive Filipinas, alright? If you're in my DMs, if you're in my chats, or whatever, trying to get my attention by saying hi, hello, I like your channel, or this, that, and the other, or I'm out in public and I kind of feel like you're invading my space, you're coming on to me a little bit too hard. And gentlemen, I think you know what I mean when I say things like this. Like, Filipinos are just really aggressive in how they try to get your attention and how they try to get close to you. You know, they're, hi, hello, Joe, how are you? Oh my God, so sexy, so guapo, or this, that, and the other. They say these things that you know are absolutely false about yourself. Probably true, but false, because they're coming on too strong and you know they lying. That's the type of energy that turns me off about Filipinas. If you're aggressive, I can't rock with you because I always have this inclination that you're trying to set me up for something. I don't exactly know what it is, but I always feel at the bottom of my testicles, you might be trying to set me up. And that's just my natural instinct. And as a result of that being a natural instinct, aggressive Filipinas turn me off. You could have the best of intentions. Maybe you're just trying to get you some. But there are better ways to handle it, ladies. And again, you're not going to come across aggressive Filipinas often. And I think because that's not a natural occurrence in the Philippines, it's kind of skeptical when it actually does happen. And I guess that's where my mindset is. You know, so that's the first thing that really turns me off about Filipinas. Number two, I cannot stand, I repeat, I cannot stand Filipinas who smoke. I don't know if I've been diagnosed with this, but I do believe that I have acute asthma. Sometimes I go through issues where it could, a little shortness of breath and it could be hard to breathe. And normally that comes when the air around me is polluted and contaminated. Now you might be like, well, doc, damn, don't that describe most of the Philippines? I've gotten used to that. But but Filipinos who smoke, right, and you're in my general vicinity, cigarette smoke fucks me up. I'll tell you that right now. I can't stand it. I can't stand to be around it. Don't want it on me. Don't want it on my clothes. Any of that shit. I can't stand to be around it. Now, if I'm in a bar or a club setting, I'll try my best to sit as far away from it as possible. Usually there's no smoking inside of buildings, but if I'm near somebody who smokes and that shit just happened to be on me, I put myself in a situation I'm willing to deal with it. But in reference to Filipinas who smoke, that shit stays on your breath. I don't care how much you use mouthwash, don't care how many Tic Tacs you chew on or whatever mint you choose to put in your mouth. That shit, it fucking feels like it's, tainting and contaminating your whole breath. Like, you can't fix that at all. Like, the shit just here. It's not here. It's like down in your throat or some shit. It's just fucking disgusting. Now, I will say this, because I believe in full transparency. Yes, I have hooked up with Filipinos who smoke. Alright? I didn't allow them to do it around me, and I couldn't kiss them at all. Couldn't do it to save my life, man. Just kissing, you was like kissing a fucking ashtray. It's disgusting. I hate Filipinos who smoke. I'll hit that ass from behind, so I ain't gotta smell you. But other than that, I can't deal with Filipinos who smoke. Ladies, I'm sorry. If you smoke, your time around me will be temporary. If time is prevented at all. Alright? Can't deal with Filipinos who smoke. That's number two. Number three, kind of going in with the smoking, but Filipinos who are excessive drinkers. Okay, I enjoy a good drink. Okay, Doc enjoys a good drink. I love having fun, great occasions, and if the drinks are flowing and it's a good vibe, and all of us are having fun, and the drinks are what's allowing people to come out of their shells, I'll accept it. But sometimes you have Filipinos who just overdo it. And they don't just overdo it on the lady drinks, they overdo it on the hard shit. We're talking about shots of Tanduay, shots of Janelle, but they're not just drinking, some Red Horse here and there, or, Red Horse is kind of hard for a Filipina female. But then again, I'm not going to judge you for drinking. It's only if you drink excessively. Sam Mig, I don't really care for that. It's not really going to kill you anyways, or it's not going to really, hurt me if I see you drinking like any types of drinks. It's only when you do it excessively. Like, I see you downing bottles of that shit by yourself, and I'm looking at you like, okay, Doc, you know for a fact that if she drinks a couple of more shots, you probably gonna get laid, right? We know that, because she gonna probably be drunk as fuck, and I don't know what it is about Filipinos who drink, but when they drink, they get a little horny, and you could maximize that time, but sometimes I feel as though like the performance on your end is lacking severely. You know what I'm saying? When you drink excessively because you just want to lay around and it's like fucking a dead fish. It's weird. And I'm not telling you to go out there and fuck fishes. Not telling you to go out there and have relationships with fishes, but what I'm saying is I think you feel where I'm coming from. When you drink excessively, it does enamor and fuck up your ability to, you know, coordinate and do things, right? So, not really fond of Filipinos who drink excessively. That is number 3. Moving into number 4, Filipinos with excessive tattoos. All right, a little small thing here and there. My young lady has a tattoo here. She has a tattoo there. That's it. That's the limit. All right. But if you got a fucking full sleeve tattoo or something like that, I'm kind of thinking you got some serious family issues or you got some serious daddy issues. Sleeves on a Filipino, I get it. It's artistic. It's your way of expressing yourself. I got that. That's cool. But I'm not a fan of it. All right. It's me. Maybe it's just me, but I'm not a fan of Filipinos with like a lot of tattoos. I don't even have a lot of tattoos. Alright, I'm not going to hold it against you, but I'm just not a fan of it, right? It doesn't really turn me on to see Filipinos with a lot of tattoos. Like I said, I don't hold it against you, but it's not my thing. Like, I'm not going to look at you like I want to really rock with you when I see all these tattoos on there because I don't know where it's coming from. You know, it's hard to get into a professional setting with all these tattoos, you know. It's hard for some people, and I say this with all respect, sometimes it's very difficult for people to take you seriously when you have a bunch of tattoos, you know, as a female. And again, call it a double standard if you want to. I get why you would say that, but I'm not really the biggest of fans of Filipinos with a lot of tattoos. Again, a couple here and there, some small ones in some very intimate, intricate places, cool. But a big ass one here, whole chest tattoo, whole back tattoo. I don't even care for the tramp stamp either, man. That one at the lower back, nothing turns me off more than a tramp stamp. And I don't know why. Like, just looking at it, it just looks nasty to me. And I don't know why. Again, I'm not holding it against you if you got one. It's just not my thing, man. It kind of doesn't really tickle my pickle. So, as a result, I'm not really a fan of Filipinos with excessive tattoos. All right? I believe that was number, what? 1, 2, 3. That was number 4. Moving into number 5. Look at my hands, ladies and gentlemen. Look at my hands. Doc, keep them clean. I cannot stand Filipinos with dirty hands or feet. All right? I know some Filipinos who live in the most tragic of situations keep their hands and feet clean. So there is no fucking excuse, okay? No excuse for you to have dirty hands and feet, okay? I know Filipinos, like I said, that live in some pretty harsh environments, but they keep their shit together. So there's no fucking excuse why your hands and your feet should be dirty or looking crusty and shit. I'm not talking about getting the manicure and the pedicures and stuff like that if that's not your thing. But damn, just taking care of your shit. All right? That's all I need you to do is just take care of it and I'll be happy. So if your feet and your hands is dirty, I can't rock with you. All right? That's number 5. Moving on to the last one. Number 6. Trying to figure out the best way to word this one, but Filipinos who have teeth issues. Okay, if you're missing a couple teeth in the back because they had to be pulled, not gonna hold it against you. Okay, you see this $1 million smile right here? Just check it out. Just check it out real quick. You see this? The dimples are extra, but the smile, I had to work on this one. This is years of braces. Okay, so I'm not gonna sit there and hold it against you if you might have some small issues with spacing here and there or anything. But when the spaces are seen and they seem a bit, you know, when there's gaps and a whole lot of that stuff, and when you smile, it ain't rocking or it's not fitting. I'm not gonna hold it against you because I kind of feel like it's not your fault. Because, like I said, the hygiene situation in the Philippines is good, but sometimes the teeth situations, the brushing and all that stuff, I don't know, it seems like it's hit and miss. It's weird. But I don't want to hold it against you, but if I look at you and your smile doesn't rock with me, ladies, I'm sorry, that's just something I can't get with. I mean, you know, again, I don't expect you to be perfect, ladies and gentlemen. My thought process and things that turn me off in reference to Filipinos is not meant for you to be perfect in any capacity. You're going to be who you are. And again, a man is going to love you for who you are and what you can bring to the table as opposed to, you know, all of the other stuff. So it's not something that is, you know, it's completely turned off for everybody. This just fits for me, right? Maybe guys like tattoos. Maybe guys like girls who drink. Maybe they don't mind girls who smoke because they smoke themselves. So, you know, in other situations, you may be fitting for somebody else, but for the doc, I can't do it. And I'm just being as honest as I possibly can, man, because I feel like if you're going to be honest, man, you need to know exactly what you're looking for. As a foreigner in the Philippines, you need to know what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept. You need to know wherein you're transitioning from just hitting it to actually trying to make it something for real. And for me, if you were ever going to be somebody for real in my life, somebody that I plan on being around and kicking it with for a significant period of time, you're not going to get me by being aggressive, all right? You're damn sure not going to get me by smoking. You're not going to get me by drinking excessively. You're not going to get me by having tattoos, a lot of them. You're not going to get me by having dirty hands and feet. And if your teeth situation and your teeth game ain't right, you ain't going to get me that way as well, all right? And I don't speak for every foreigner. Like I said, I only speak for me. But I do believe that some of these are across the board something that a lot of foreigners will probably co-sign on. All right, but I will say this, though. The smoking, the excessive drinking, the tattoos, and the aggressive nature kind of all seem like things that transition from the Western ways, right? An aggressive woman in the United States is not new. So a guy may be willing to accept the aggressive nature of a female from the Western world because they kind of know these girls have tendencies to be that way, but in the Philippines, you're not really having that expectation that a Filipina is aggressive. So that may be the reason why it's more of a turnoff for me. But again, the tattoos and stuff like that, that's more, I can't even say that's more of a Western thing, but it kind of seems like things that I see a lot in the West that has kind of transitioned itself into the East. And for me, it's not my vibe, man. It's just not my vibe. All right, ladies. Hope this video finds you well, gentlemen. Any comments? Section below, things that turn you off or things that you dislike about Filipinas, by all means, would love to hear it. And I think that this is definitely a conversation that can be had in a very, very positive light. So you kind of, see where you stand with certain women, and women can see where certain foreigners stand in reference to what they like or dislike. Ladies, I know that there are a lot of things about foreigners that you may like or dislike, so you can feel free to drop those in the comment section below. Have that dialogue. It could be fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, if you enjoyed this video, like, share, comment, subscribe. Little heart there in the corner if you want to drop a couple dollars on the Good Docs books. Check me out on Patreon for all of my content that is not YouTube suitable. Alright, and also Patreon and all that good stuff. Cash App, all the good shit, man. If you like my shit, you know what to do with my shit. Share my shit. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, likes are mandatory, support is optional. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the Good Doc is officially out. At least nako paalam, which means I am going now. Bye-bye. As always, love you guys. Sincerely do. Makita. Mabuhay. Peace.